Welcome back. Now let's move over to some baseball. The Shorebirds,
let's do it.
Brandon, they've been struggling 8 straight games. They've taken L's. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But they did face the Hillcats today, a team that they haven't been able to beat in their series so far. Hopefully things could change. Now,
fourth time's a charm.
Fourth time's a charm. I mean, that's a new one right there. And that's something that the Shorebirds definitely needed because they grabbed the lead in the first quarter. Carter Young scored. Steven Avesito from third base on a sac fly to make it 1-0. Now, Lynchburg would tie the game in the top of the second, but it would only be tied briefly as Delmarva retook the lead in the bottom of the second on a wild pitch, and that gave Florentino the chance to go home from third base, giving the Shorebirds a 2-1 score.
Yeah, the game would turn around for the Shorebirds when Carter Young hit a 2-run RBI single here to give the Shorebirds a 7-4 lead. And, hey, they nearly coughed it up, but hey, they held on. They locked all windows and doors in the end. Shorebirds win 7-6. It was a great and historic day for Shorebirds fans. Delmarva broke their losing streak, and the Shorebirds retiring Ryan Miner's number tonight in a ceremony at Purdue Stadium. Miner played for Delmarva in 1997. He was fantastic. 24 home runs, batted .307. He ended up playing with the Orioles for a few years as well, but he also managed the Shorebirds for 7 years, racking up 435 wins for Delmarva. Last October, Miner was diagnosed with colon cancer, and during tonight's game, the Shorebirds wearing special jerseys for Flock for a Cure Night. Those jerseys will be auctioned off with proceeds benefiting local charities in the fight against cancer.
I'm very honored. It's one of those things that you don't expect. When Chris called me and mentioned that they wanted to do it, I was kind of surprised and shocked just because of the fact that it's never been done. And, you don't really see it that often in the minor leagues. Just for the fact that they called and asked me if I wanted to be the first one. And it's a heck of an honor, and I'm really appreciative of it.
Now, first of all, just want to say great job by the Shorebirds tonight. Ryan Miner, a huge impact on the Shorebirds franchise, on their organization. Battling colon cancer right now, the fact that they had the idea to go out there and wear those special jerseys tonight to help out charities, helping the fight against that terrible disease. Well done by the Shorebirds. And
as you mentioned, a very good idea and a smart way to kind of honor him at the same time and be, a trailblazer. He's the only person to have the jersey honored for the Shorebirds, and, they actually put his number out there in the outfield as well. So that's something that's always going to be with people for, as long as the Shorebirds play here at Purdue Stadium. And it's really good that they were able to do that for him.
And Ryan Miner, fantastic athlete, not only great in baseball, but he was also great in other sports as well with Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma. And you know what? Not only did he make the major leagues as a hitter, he came back up with the Dodgers as a pitcher as well.
Wow.
So, yeah, Ryan Miner, fantastic athlete.
Yeah, he could definitely do it all, and he definitely deserved to be honored. And obviously, 400-plus wins as a coach, too. I mean, Shorebirds has been hard to get some wins in recent years, so I know that while he was here, they were definitely having a lot of different successful seasons. Now, we're going to switch gears to the NFL. Yesterday was the first day of NFL football. It was last night's Hall of Fame game. That kicked off the preseason, so that means we got football time here, Brandon.
Yes, we finally made it. Every weekend from now until February, we'll have some football, and our defending NFC champions looking to get back to the Super Bowl and come away with a championship this time. We're talking about Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts coming off of a second-team All-Pro spot and dominating performance in the Super Bowl. Instead of resting on his laurels, reports from training camp have said that he's looking just as good as last year, if not better. He says he's approaching the game the same way as he always does to help the standard of consistency in the locker room.
I don't think there's been any difference in how I've been this whole time in my whole career in terms of my goals and my approach, my intent towards practice and how it's been. So, I've just always tried to strive to be the best I can be and continue to learn and continue to positively affect the people around me.
Now, Devin, the big story in the NFL. The big story here. The Eagles' Kelly green uniforms are officially back. The team announcing on Monday that they'll be wearing these alternate looks at 2 home games this season, including Week 7 Sunday Night Football matchup with the Dolphins on October 22nd and Week 12 against the Bills on November 26th.
I mean, look at those beauties right there. Those uniforms from the late 80s, early 90s, obviously an era of football for the Eagles that resonates with a generation of fans when the likes of Randall Cunningham
They're
and
just
the
so
Hall
clean.
of Famer Reggie White was on the field. I mean, look at them. Those got to be the best jerseys in the entire league. And they're also made out of a more breathable fabric.
That's
from
great.
recycled
That's
materials.
fantastic.
So, I mean,
That's
not
the
only are
big
they
story.
green, but they're green for Earth as well,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. So, I mean, just look at those beautiful jerseys.
Now,
I just can't wait to see them on the field.
let's not show our bias now. Let's talk about the other two teams in the area as well. The Eagles coming off of that NFC Championship. Let's talk about the other two teams. What do we expect for them this year?
I think the Ravens are going to be really good. I expect at least 11 wins from them. The Commanders, at least 8 wins maybe. That's a high point. I think just the conference, the NFC East is too tight right now. And the Eagles, they're just primed to get back at least to the NFC Championship game and maybe beyond.
Ravens, that passing attack is going to be so much better this year.
happy
It's
that
going to be a
Lamar's
lot of
back.
fun to see. All right, more DSI coming up when we come back.
Hi, I'm Allison Corbin from Kent Island Girls Basketball, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.